Limiting is a final stage of the whole mixing and mastering process. If done right, it's a cherry on top to achieve the loudness and fullness you want. But if something goes wrong, it can ruin even the best balanced mix. If you watched our previous video about levels, you know that getting them right, it's a must to submit to streaming platforms or just to deliver pleasant listening experience. So if only there was a tool to help you with this final and crucial process. And there is, the newest addition to Mastering the Mix plugins lineup, Limiter. Without any further ado, let me show you how and why it works. So here is a track I'm working on, with a touch of my basic mastering chain. Glue compression, resonances removal, tonal and balance EQ, and a little bit of distortion. It sounds good, so to not overprocess things, let's jump right into final limiting. As you can see, Limiter already shows some details about the track, but obviously delivering it without true peak limiting and enough loudness, it's a bad idea. First thing first, let's choose a loudness standard preset. I'm gonna use the Spotify loud one. Second step is to find the loudest and busiest part of your song, play it on loop, and hit analyze. After your track is analyzed, you will end up with target range suggestions, which are optimized to your audio for maximum transparency and perfect loudness. To let the limiter start to work, set the gain slider within highlighted range. Those little arrows on attack, link, and ceiling knobs are also the suggestion based on analysis. But what about the release? For the most musical result, we recommend to leave it on auto. But of course, nothing holds you back from adjusting it the way you like. That might be surprising to some of you, but if you're happy with the result, the work is done. But if you're more into personalization, like me, there is so much more you can do based on this starting point. Parameters like attack, release, and ceiling are pretty self-explanatory. So let's focus on link first. When you click Analyze, Limiter will determine the stereo correlation of your audio, giving the similarity between left and right channel. The link knob will then give you a suggested link amount based on the correlation. The higher the stereo correlation, the more similar left and right channels are, and therefore the higher the channel linking can be without compromising transparency. As correlation decreases, so does Limiter's suggested channel linking to help you preserve the transients and characteristic of your mix. Channel linking is subjective. There is nothing wrong with setting the link knob to 100% if you wish to maintain the integrity of your stereo image. Equally, there is nothing wrong with choosing lower linking setting or going for 0%, especially if you're shooting for more loudness. These targets are suggested starting points and can be adjusted to your preferences if necessary. It is safe to say that the uniqueness of our Limiter plugin also comes with those two sliders, energy and punch. The first one is driving the sound with harmonic distortion, which adds even more perceived loudness. As the name suggests, punch is focused on transients. So if the track needs more of them, dial in the slider to enhance punchy elements of your mix. If you adjust them after analysis, it will change your gain level, so make sure to analyze your track again to set the new target range. To keep your signal healthy while introducing heavy limiting and distortion artifacts, try changing oversampling in limiter settings, but keep in mind that it may increase your CPU usage and create a slight delay. That was a brief introduction of our limiter plugin, and I'm 100% sure it will help you a lot with dialing perfect mastering settings. Go try it out by downloading a free trial on our website, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you learned something new, and make sure to check our other videos for more music production and mixing tips.